Welcome back to the last part of Streaming Media East 2018 Day 1. We apologize for some of the background noise because it's during the middle of the reception hour. Today I've got with me Jun Heider, who is the Director of Technology at RealEyes. So tell me what RealEyes is, first of all.
Yeah, thank you. RealEyes, we are a strategic consultancy and advanced video application development company in Denver, Colorado.
Okay. And a consultancy from the standpoint of consulting with brands, consulting with enterprise?
Anybody who has a need to solve a problem with video in an advanced way. Some of our existing clients right now are NBC Sports, Oracle, EA Games, and Viacom.
And what kind of application development do you do for those companies?
It depends. We do player development.
Okay.
So for NBC Sports, we build them a very robust player that has been used to do desktop streaming for Olympics and Super Bowl. We also work with Viacom on kind of workflow and packaging and things like that. And then for companies like Oracle, we work on infrastructure consulting. So, somebody has a closed down network and they have a need to do, live streaming across the globe with the ECDN.
Okay. So it wouldn't necessarily be Oracle Media Objects or things like that. It's much more the infrastructure play. And those.
Correct. Yes.
So you did a couple sessions today. What were the sessions?
Yeah, the first session had to do with media asset management. And the slant I took is, there was a lot of different MAMs out there right now. And everybody has their specific use case. So it's like putting a square peg in a round hole.
Okay.
So the slant I took is, in this 2018 age, what should you be paying attention to? And my thought is that, you want to look at APIs.
Okay.
You want to not necessarily ditch your existing system. You want to actually evaluate vendor products based on your specific use case and your workflows and your needs. And, your end solution could potentially be something that's hybrid, so cloud and on-prem, and with multiple vendor products that are kind of glued together under a single pane of glass.
And that gluing together is your advice to people to hire a consultancy like yours to help glue it together, or to try to figure out how to integrate those themselves? Because you've got disparate digital asset management, media asset management, still image repositories, video repositories, streaming repositories, and transcoding solutions.
Yeah, so what I've seen is that, certain organizations have their own developers. So their developers may be capable enough to do that on their own.
Okay.
Sometimes the developers are, good developers, but they're not necessarily in the focus of streaming media. And in that regard, they would come to us and say, we're trying to tie these systems together. What's the best way to go about it?
Right.
And then other shops just don't have the funds to have their in-house developers. Okay. And in that regard, they would come to a company like ours where we can glue their systems together.
So it's not necessarily that the heavy lift would be them understanding how the solutions work. It would be having the resources in-house to do that integration themselves.
Right. We don't pretend to know their business better than they do. So we're looking to them to let us know how their business works, what their pain points are, what's important to them.
Okay.
We're the technologists to know, here are all the different vendors, here are all the different APIs that are out there. We feel that these APIs and this vendor product are the best fit for your budget, for your use case, and to meet any of the goals that you're trying to meet with the project.
Okay, very good. And then the Singularity session was on what?
Artificial intelligence.
Okay, and how that's used in streaming?
And streaming and video as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so the AI presentation I gave is, as a consultancy, we have been integrating artificial intelligence and machine learning APIs into solutions that we're building for clients. And we're not an AI shop. That's not our bread and butter. We specifically focus on streaming media and that kind of development. So what we've had a chance to do is get a feel for all of these different vendor AI solutions and compare and contrast, what's better for facial detection, what's better for transcription.
Okay. Very good. Well, Jun, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate you being here, and we'll be back here tomorrow right after the keynote for our first live session.